welcome to another episode of Clutch Entrepreneurs. Today I got my friend in here, man, entrepreneur. He's not just wholesaling. I know on my show y'all are used to just wholesalers. So this guy is in a few different industries, and he's doing pretty good in all of them. But when I first started, I got some stories with this guy. So you're always cool with me, man. Like I wasn't even really doing nothing, and you were inviting me to like co-host events and all sorts of stuff, bro. So it's always love back. But I've seen like a big transformation in this guy, and it's pretty inspiring. Now I'm seeing you in the gym, and now we're here because of probably that.
It's super awesome seeing you in the gym, bro. Every time I'm in there, I'm like lifting heavy shit, and JR's just learning how to beat people up. He's been getting into boxing, man, and that's crazy training. Anybody who thinks that they're fit, I challenge any of y'all to go and do a boxing sesh. That's crazy. I've done a few. That's like insane, bro. So I applaud you for doing it and putting yourself through it.
I appreciate it, bro. Oh, and by the way, for my viewers that are haven't seen him yet, my man goes by the name of Quentin Flores, aka Q buys houses, aka what else you got?
Real estate monster.
Real estate monster. There you go.
Do everything, bro. Google my name, dog.
There you go. Nah, man. You know what? The way I want to start this podcast a little bit different. So, over the past 2 years, you've been on this like crazy weight loss, like crazy transformation. Like how much weight have you lost in this past 2 years?
A little over 150 pounds. Yeah.
150 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. How much what'd you start at?
416. That was like no exercise, no nothing. I just walked out of a hospital because the only reason I found out I weighed 416 was because the night before that, I woke up and I felt like there was like this giant thing sitting on my chest, bro. It was scary. I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Really?
And it turns out I had sleep apnea, and then they were trying to get me to have like an oxygen machine to breathe.
Oh, damn.
I mean, dude, this is like COVID, bro, So we always
Was it COVID?
It was around COVID, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't have COVID, but it was around COVID. And when we were at the house, all me and my then girl were doing was drinking a bottle of Crown, Apple, and Coke every day. And I was eating pizza for breakfast, Sonic for lunch, McDonald's for dinner, like things like that. Because you couldn't go out to eat. And most of all the stores had already wiped out on anything that we could cook at home.
Yeah.
And so, Uber Eats and DoorDash were still a thing, and they were delivering our food to us. I mean, I just kept eating like shit, and it kind of caught up to me. Yeah.
And then what? So you went to the hospital, and after that, you just like quit cold turkey and like fuck this shit, or what?
No, I stayed drinking still, but I cut back a little bit. And at the time, I was like a chronic alcoholic. So like, excuse me. So like when I was when I was building the business out, I'd stop drinking, but my friends would drink in the office. So alcohol was kind of like my demon, man. And it was one of the things that I feel that really got me super fat. I was just drinking all the time.
Yeah.
And, I went to El Paso, got a chance to hang out with my mentor. Shout out to Preston Brown. I love you, bro, if you ever listen to this. I always give him his flowers because this was my first time meeting somebody who was already at a 9-figure level. And Preston taught me so much more. He didn't just teach me about making money. He taught me how to be a better man and how to be healthy in all aspects. I'm talking in faith and family and fitness and finance, And so those were the pillars that he gave me. And he did some really deep work on me where I came to kind of like he put me in a trance almost and then hypnotized me where I went to a very traumatic experience that I went through when I was a kid with my father trying to stab my mom, and I was in between them. And so that had been one of my deep-rooted traumatic experiences that was still holding me back from reaching what I thought was supposed my full potential, And so he undid that for me, and then I found the root cause of the majority of my problems, which was alcohol. And so it was in June 22nd that I decided to quit alcohol for good, and that was my step into getting my health back. It was the day after Thanksgiving that I got a gym membership, and it's been almost a little over 3 years since I got a gym membership and I lost all this weight and I started really taking my health seriously. I can tell you right now exactly how long it's been since I've had an alcoholic beverage, because even till today, I still don't fucking drink alcohol, bro. Like, you won't catch me with no alcohol. Today is day 1,185. That's how long it's been since I've had a single sip of alcohol.
1,185. What's that? 3, 6? Like, damn, more than 3 years.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's one thing to have a business because I was already successful. I was already making a lot of money, and people had knew me. I'd already been speaking on stages, but Bro, if there's one thing that I can tell you, dude, I felt like a big fucking liar on that stage. I would go up there and I tell everybody they had to be focused and motivated just for them to look at this fat fucking this guy that's just walking up there trying to talk to everybody about that.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like I was embodying the very thing that I was preaching, you know? And so like when I threw my first event, man, I mean, I was drunk the entire time. I'm talking about ground zero in 2020. Most of y'all that walked up to me, I was either passed out on the couch from day drinking because I was so nervous to be on that stage. And I had mad anxiety and depression at the time, you know? So like alcohol was the thing that got me through that event. And, you know, come like 5 months after that event, because that event happened at the end of February, it was a leap year that year, I got a chance to meet Preston, and he was the one who convinced me to stop drinking alcohol, you know? So that's the last man that I ever had a beer with, bro. Preston Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
He convinced you to quit after you were drinking with them?
Correct. Correct. Yeah, correct.
Really?
Because he found out that it was the root cause of my problem. You see, guys, for everybody watching this, man, as an entrepreneur, and I can probably speak for both JR and I, when I say this, we're impulsive. So if you have a crazy deal, we're going to look at that shit right away, bro. Like if you're telling me that there's a opportunity to make 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 on one property, we're looking at that like right now. We ain't wasting no time. And that same drive and tenacity to make a decision is relevant across the entire spectrum. When we're hungry, we're going to eat the first thing that's in front of us. When we're thirsty, we're going to look for something. You know, I was asking you guys for a water. I settled on a Red Bull. Here I am sipping on this thing, right? It's sugar-free, you know, like thinking about it, right? Like you make impulsive decisions, and those impulsive decisions are shaped by habits that you've created. So one of my inspirations is a friend of mine. His name's Anthony Lopez. He was on the Steve Harvey show. He lost 400 pounds. He was a little over 680, almost 700 pounds. He weighs as much as I do now. And he's come to be on my podcast. And he and I, we talked, you know, and if you guys don't know, you guys can go ahead and check it out. It's episode 56 on the Uncut with Q podcast. It streams on all platforms. And just want to plug that real quick, you know, because JR has been on it too. So make sure you guys check out JR. I believe his is episode 38. I have them like in my head. So you're welcome, you know. But like for me, you know, Anthony came over to my office and he showed me his transformation. And you know what he told me? He said, Q, your life is shaped by your habits. It's like, it's cool that you're this millionaire real estate dude, but most of these people that I meet that have businesses, they ain't fucking people that are like healthy, bro. They're not healthy. They might have money, but they're not healthy. It's one thing to have a business. It's another thing to have money, but money's only going to amplify the worst parts of you, bro. So if you were a shitty person before money, you're going to be an even bigger piece of shit with money. If you were unhealthy before money, congratulations. Now that you have money, you're going to be indulging in every single shitty habit that you've created. And so, man, you know, like Bob Proctor talks about this in his book. It's called Change Your Paradigm, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Something paradigm. And paradigms are habits that we've formulated in our mind that create the reality of what it is that we are. And so you have to unlearn a lot of shit and reshape new paradigms of reality to recreate new habits. And then those habits make you. And so, man, I mean, I think right now is the healthiest I've ever been financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And, you know, I really have to credit the gym for everything that I've been able to accomplish, bro. Like the gym will teach you so many things. Because in business, bro, the economy is going to change, right? We just got done with the interest rates going up, going down. If there's one thing that I can tell you, JR, if you go to the gym, 225 pounds is always going to be 225 pounds. That ain't ever going to switch up on you. The only motherfucker that changes is the man who sits underneath that bar. And so you got to think about what kind of man you want to be in that environment. Because the gym will never lie to you, bro. Real estate, there's so many variables. You never know when things are going to switch up, right? And so when you have that mental fortitude that the gym gives you, that level of grit that the gym gives you, you can drive that into business. And so when hard times happen, you are so fucking happy about it. You're like, I can't wait until I'm done with this shit because this is going to teach me something. This hard time is necessary. This is exactly what I needed. And people don't see it like that. People see it like, oh, fuck, business is bad. We're going to jump ship. Hell nah, motherfucker. We driving this bitch all the way into the ground, bro. If this is Titanic and my business is sinking, I'm going down with it, baby. And you best believe I'm fighting. You know what I mean? But that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur, you know? And so like, I feel like I cultivated a lot of that discipline and focus in business, but what really magnified that level of focus was going to the gym. I made more money when I lost weight. I lost weight, but my pockets got fatter, bro.
Bars. My boy just dropped a bar. Hey, make sure you got the buttons because that was a bar, bro. Come on, hit the bar with a bar. There you go. One more time. One more time. There you go. So look, I agree with all of that, right? Because I've been on that lately too, and like what you said, right? So business and like the training and everything go hand in hand. I saw your business take off once you started going to the gym, losing all this weight. I saw that, right? Because it was after you started losing all this weight, after you started hitting and getting all this discipline, you really took off. Then you all of a sudden you bust out a vet, a TRX, a boat. Like you started getting all these toys, but after you hit the discipline, right?
Yeah, it was.
So what do you think is that like why is that, bro? Why is when people, because I see it all the time. I'm big on like I look up to a lot of people on YouTube and stuff like that, and the best entrepreneurs are very, very disciplined. They're all in the gym. They're all very disciplined people. What's the correlation there? Why do you think that when the people do get focused like that, their businesses just skyrocket?
Man, because this is the thing, bro. Like going to the gym is not easy, bro.
Yeah.
Like any form of physical activity that requires for you to put massive amounts of tension on your body is not easy, dude. Yeah. I remember when I first got into the gym, right? And my trainer, his name is Zach. Shout out to Zach with HasFit. He taught me everything I know. I paid good money for him. And this dude would have me come into his place 4 days out of the week, and he would teach me everything. He'd teach me form. He'd teach me how to do strength training, how conditioning works, how to properly grab a bar, how to hold it. You see, there was so much science behind it that I didn't know about, right? And the same can be said for business. But what I'm so thankful for, like for me, man, like having mentors is really what shaped me. Like Preston was my mentor. He still is, and I love him to death. Zach was also my mentor, and he still is, and I love him to death too. I've had nutritionists as well. My friend Ashley, she's been my meal prep girl for 2 years. I love her too, man. She's amazing. And so like, bro, like that's the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? Like the discipline is something that you formulate along the way, but having somebody hold you accountable is the correlation between somebody who has longevity with discipline and someone who's just self-motivated. You don't get self-motivated by yourself, bro. Like I pride myself in not being a self-made man. I wouldn't have gotten where I am now, where I'm operating the companies that I'm operating, having my own studio, my own podcast with all of my equipment, my own real estate office, getting into the oil and gas industry, doing all the things that we're doing now in virtual staffing with our offices in Bukidnon in Philippines, doing everything that we're doing. It wouldn't have happened if I didn't have people like yourself in my life. And so, bro, like I have you to thank. I have my mentors to thank. I have my proximity to thank. Anybody who's ever been a part of my journey, like formulated the discipline. And so the way that they correlate with each other is that you get somebody and you pay them to hold you accountable. Because once you get held accountable, now you're held to a higher standard. And that person's going to push you. Like Zach pushed me. There was a time when I could barely squat the bar. Now I can squat 12 plates on a bar. And I can move that weight 8 times without even fucking sweating. Like he helped me figure out how to build myself internally. And in doing so, man, like that really shaped how well I decided to do in business. Because all the stuff that I wanted was on the other side of what I was willing to put my body through. And losing that weight, I gained so much clarity on my goals and what I wanted for myself, you know? Yeah. And man, like I tell you guys, you know, I'm fresh out of a 10-year relationship, and it was tough. For a whole month, I was depressed. And this is something that happened recently, you know, and I still love the mother of my child. I still love my son too. You know, I have an obligation and a duty to them. It's my mission to ensure that they never struggle in my life. I don't care what woman decides to come in my life. She's going to have to understand that I'm a dad first and I'm a parent second. And God is above all of that. And so for me, man, you know, if I hadn't gone through what I gone through in the gym, that breakup would have been 10 times worse, bro, because I didn't know how to handle adversity and hard times. You see, the gym is going to push you more than anything that you will ever experience, bro, because in that moment, it's you versus you, right? And when you have somebody screaming in your ear that you have 3 or 4 more left in the tank, you get pushed to this dark place, man, this really dark place. And it's like, in that moment, bro, you find something so true about yourself that you didn't even know existed. And so, like, congratulations if you lift and you can go beyond failure. that's what it's like in business. When somebody tells me like, oh man, that business didn't work out, I say, congratulations, dude. You've experienced failure. Because once you experience failure and you know that you gave it every single thing that you got in that last rep, bro, that is the truest form of you that will ever exist. That is the strongest, most purest form of you that will ever exist. It's in that moment where you're literally like God embodied. Like God is inside of you. You have the Holy Spirit within you. You can move and make decisions on an angelic level now. And that, my friend, switches the trajectory of everything else. So discipline correlates with what you have in business. Absolutely. So the gym creates that. But when you have someone like yourself, because I see you as like a mentor, I see other people too as a mentor that hold you accountable, there's no reason why you can't make it to the other side, bro, because you will help them reach failure. And then they'll know that there's only one way to go from there, bro.
Man,
it's up. You know what I'm saying?
Can you drop another bar for this, man? Shee, the motherfucking mic's about to fucking explode over here.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's all facts. It's all facts. Because, like I said, when I know, and exactly what you said, it's like so hard. You said it so perfect, but it's hard to put it in words. The way he just said about pushing yourself past your limits in the gym, it really does bring something out of you. That's what really champions are made of. And until you experience that, you won't even have the amount of respect needed for these type of individuals. Like I was telling my trainer Ronnie the other day, I was like, yo, bro, you're putting something out of me that I didn't even know I had in me. You know what I mean? It was like, it goes that deep.
It does.
Like
dude.
when you want to quit, you're there and you just want to quit and you just got to, keep it going.
Keep it fucking going.
Another one is like, yo, I didn't even know I had that in me, bro. And like, that's something that you can't explain. You have to go through it.
Yep.
And so now when I see these peak performers, when I see these athletes, these boxers, these basketball players, I'm like, I look at sports in a whole different level because I know what they're going through.
Oh, bro, because they're playing to compete. That's the difference.
But they're doing what you're saying. Like they're pushing past that. Like normal people that never have done that, you just can't, until you do it, you just can't relate.
Dude, I've seen you do it too. Like I see
we
you
go
at
hard
the
on
end
it.
of your boxing training. My God, like I gotta give my guy his flowers here, bro. Like this dude will go at it. Mind you, there's no AC in that gym that he's working in.
Oh
now.
my God.
Like it's hot.
It's hot.
And
shit.
it's like summer. It's middle of summer, right? And I mean, we're just getting out of it, going to fall. Thank God.
Finally
but like,
got some good weather.
dude, I see JR in there, bro, and he had already been in there for an hour and a half with gloves on. Those gloves had not come off.
Yeah.
And he's doing regiment after regiment, pushing himself. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine what that's doing in every other area of your life, dude.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? It's a direct like advance in business. So when I'm in business and I'm tired, like let's just say it's 6 p.m. and everybody else is leaving the office and I still got a lot of work to do. Before I was going to the gym and pushing myself when I didn't even know that was there. Now I'm just like, man, we're just getting started. Boom, boom. I'm going to finish everything on this fucking list. I'm not even tired. I was just leaving before because everybody else was leaving. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nico will tell you, right, Nico? I'll stay until fucking, bro, like that. This is my life. I want to be great.
Yeah.
And like, I'm willing to pay the price. You know what I mean? I'm willing to pay the price for this. Whatever it costs, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm like literally still single to this day because probably this dream is just that big for me.
Bro, Grant Cardone said this, right? And he told his wife this, and this is one of my favorite quotes, honestly. And he said this, check it out. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put it next to the mic so you guys can hear it. I just posted this.
When I got with her, I said, look, I'll do anything for you, except one thing.
I like this
I
quote.
will not give up on my dream. If I got to surrender my dream, I'd rather be alone.
Oh,
Because if I abandon my dream, I'll abandon you. I truly believe that. I see so many people, man, they give up their dream for the wife. They give up their dream for the husband. They give up their, and then the wife and the husband get together and they have kids and then they give up their dream again because of the kids. And I said, the day we have kids, we cannot blame the kids for not going after our potential. And
I know Nico loves this
If I
one.
gotta be less than who I'm meant to be with you, that's powerful. Can't give you that.
He said, if I got to be less than what I'm meant to be with you, then I can't give you that. And that's such a powerful quote, bro.
Powerful.
And it's true, man. You know, like for me, bro, like it wasn't that my relationship wasn't amazing. It was beautiful, bro. I'm so grateful to my ex for the 10 years that I spent with her because she saw me become a man. You know what I'm saying? And so like where we're at right now, we're cordial. We're still talking. It's nothing crazy. We understand that we're both two entirely different people and we're growing in separate directions. And above all else, bro, we love our son. You know what I'm saying? But I truthfully don't believe I would have been able to handle this as maturely as I did if it wasn't for all of the fucking gym time that I spent, bro.
Yeah.
Like the gym will help you face adversity.
No,
It'll help
100%.
you fucking just really push past some
100%.
shit.
And it's also like brain chemistry too, though.
Yep.
It's literally like chemistry what the gym does for you under stress. Like, because going through a breakup is stress, right? It's
It
like
is.
emotional stress. It's not like, you know, it's just emotional. It's hard, right? Breakups, you're with somebody for 10 years, whatever. Even mine, I was like, you know, stressful. I was, but that gym, there's just something about it. I don't know. Like, there's some scientific shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it because I don't like know the subject like that, but it really does help under stressful situations.
And it happens too in all breakups. Where it doesn't have to be relationship wise where you have a significant other. Like I've dealt with breakups in business before.
Oh, yeah.
And that's tough, dude.
Yeah,
like
it is.
especially when you're fused with someone for so long, you
Yep,
know?
yep.
Like I built Infinity Cash Offer with one of my best friends. His name's Garrett. And I love Garrett to death, you know? He and I, we decided that we would take the company in different directions. But the breakup at the beginning, it wasn't necessarily the most ideal way to do it. Like we felt that we were cordial with each other, but we still had a lot of animosity, you know? But, you know, he and I were mature enough to sit down, to put our differences aside, tell each other, look, man, we were friends before we were ever business partners, bro. Like, let's not make this break us. And then we went off and built a whole nother company, which I think with he and I together in a whole new realm that he was passionate about and I was too, because I love community and I love coaching.
Yes.
Garrett loves numbers and science and math and God, you know? So like with Garrett, he's always come to the table with facts. I don't think there's a single negative thing I could ever say about my partnership with Garrett other than he was growing in a whole nother direction and I was too. And respectfully, we loved each other enough to say that this just isn't going to work in the real estate space. And so we went and we built Infinite Signals. Shout out to my homies in Infinite Signals, which is the new owners are Jeremy, Dylan, and G with Garrett. And, you know, they bought me out of the business after I was about 1.5 years into it. And so, man, I mean, just building another company with somebody that I actually went separate ways with was one of the best ways to mend our relationship and get us back to friends again, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, man, I mean, I'm so thankful for the time that I spent just working on myself and the physical and the mental, because it's both, you know, the body and the mind correlate with one another. What you put into your mind has a drastic output on what happens in your body. And what you put into your body has an insane output on what happens to your mind. It's actually a study that was done by I believe it's called behavioral genetics, by a professor that teaches at Yale. And he says this, right? What does a menstrual cycle, someone who is boosting testosterone, junk food, and argument have to do with each other? It's all hormonal, right? And this is where he says, well, that is the correct answer. But all four have been used to justify the means of murder in the court. And then he goes on and he tells this story, right, about this guy that had a chemical imbalance in his brain. And this dude went to work. He lived in Buffalo, and he ate a bag of chips for breakfast. Turns out the food triggered what was wrong in his brain, and he was having an argument about the Buffalo Bills versus the Jets, and it got such a bad boom with his head. He lashed out, grabbed a hammer, and killed the guy, beat him to death. Because he ate those potato chips and he had a chemical imbalance in the brain. Junk food justified what he did.
Did he get off that case?
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
He got like 5
Shout out
years
to
and it
that
was
lawyer.
mentally unstable. I mean, that's what
Wow.
happened. He had a chemical imbalance in the brain. He was mentally unstable.
Wow.
What wakened that up was chronic use of junk food. How
That's
crazy is that, right?
That's super
And
nice.
so
Shout out to
think
that
about
lawyer.
this. Right?
God
But
dang,
like,
dude.
let's think about this,
Yeah,
JR.
yeah.
Like, this is real, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What you put into your body has a drastic output on what happens to your mind, because your diet ain't always what you eat, bro. It's what you consume. And so if you're watching drama all day, if all you do is share shitty memes of people talking shit about each other, if all you're doing is popping on novellas and you're just like going through the notion of drama and all your conversations revolve around negativity,
Also, yeah, I
you're
was gonna
never
say that.
going to have anything positive in your life,
Right.
bro, because you're so fixated on those things.
Right.
That's part of your diet.
Exactly.
That is your shitty diet that is holding you back from your true potential.
Mm-hmm.
And so be mindful of what you decide to consume. If you're not reading more books, listening to more podcasts, subscribing to JR's YouTube channel, watching and consuming the correct content of what my dude's throwing out there,
Mm-hmm.
then bro, you're not going to get far in life, dude. You have to watch what you consume, because again, what you put in your mind has a drastic output on what happens to your body. And you can't operate at that level. Think about this for a second. So I've been able to deadlift about 575. I'm almost at 600 pounds. Okay. That's hard. When I deadlift, bro, I put myself into a crazy scenario. I've never said this on camera before. So this is my first time. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm fucking crazy, because I'm not. I picture that bar like it's a truck parked on my son's head.
I do the same type of shit. I just don't say it.
Bro, and it's an ugly image,
right?
But I put myself there.
It makes you
to a
stronger,
point where
right?
I'm just like, tears are in my eyes, because I would never want my son to be in that circumstance.
Right.
And I know that the only way that I can save him right now is if I lift this truck and I'm the only one here. And so, bro, I will literally, with tears in my eyes, grab that bar with everything in me, and I will pull it right up. And it's like, in that moment, it literally weighs nothing because I brought my mind there.
Yeah.
And so your thoughts can create your reality, and it transmutates this thing that you're thinking from your conscious mind into reality where it's right in front of you. And so, man, I mean, if you can do that, like, dude, like sometimes I go fishing and I'll say, I'm not going to eat today if I don't catch a fish. And that's my reality. If I don't fucking catch a fish, I'm not fucking eating, bro. I will starve myself before I fucking go home without catching something, you know? And then I bring myself there, and it what it does is it creates a sense of urgency for the thing that you want to accomplish. Now imagine, dude, if you woke up the next day, and I'm not asking you guys to do this, right? And this is just me showing y'all how powerful the mind can be. If JR came to the office and somebody said that they had a gun to somebody that you love's head, and they said that you have to come up with $100,000 within the next 24 hours, or this person's gonna die. Could you imagine how your day would look if you fucking took that and made it real? I promise you, I know JR, and I know what he's capable of. This man will find $100,000 within 24 hours. Somehow, even if he has to borrow it, it will appear, because that thought is so powerful and you made it a reality. And so, yeah, man, sometimes you can trick your mind into hustling stronger, bro, and being stronger. It's crazy.
Yeah. And like what you said, like just feeding stuff into your mind. Because I tell people this stuff all the time, bro. Like, it's, you know what? It's the funniest stuff, because it's like the stuff that everybody says over and over, and it just sounds like a cliche. And it's like really? But you don't understand it until you go through it in life. And then you're like, bro, it makes perfect sense. But it was so simple. Like, for instance, like the easiest one that everybody hears is like, you are the 5 people you surround yourself with, right? But you could imagine if you're just chilling with the homies, and all of them, let's just say, are up to no good, bums, smoke weed, drink beer all day, try to holler at girls. You're just exchanging ideas and energy with these people all fucking day. And then, okay, who would you be? What would your mind be if you're just hanging with these people all day, compared to if all of a sudden you upgrade your circle into guys like Q, Mike, all the guys we hang around with? Yeah. The difference of energy and ideas that we talk about and what we're feeding ourselves is crazy. And the trajectory of your life, where it goes from just hanging around those 2 sets of people, is just so crazy. And I think, honestly, that was like the biggest life hack for me. Like, just putting myself in different rooms. It sounds so simple, but it's that important. And you don't realize it until you get out of that old room into the new room. You're like, damn, that was it. All I had to do was that.
Yep.
And it's just crazy. I want to know how you handle certain things, because for me, like, we're content creators, right? So we're always in the fucking camera. And of course, we're only showing the good shit. Yep. I'm not going to show you me struggling. I'm not going to show you when I'm like, damn, how am I going to do this month, right? And I want to know, like, how you deal with it, because, I mean, you deal with ups and downs in your business, right?
All day, yeah.
I mean, as entrepreneurs, if you say you don't, you're full of shit. Like, there's always problems and fires going on. How do you deal with these things, bro?
Dude, you know, there's this girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Cody Sanchez. I'm going to drop her name here because, bro, like, she's amazing, right? And so she posted about this, actually, the very question that you just asked me right now. And let me just go ahead and pull it up real fast, because this is insane. One moment. I got this. Hold on. Where did it go? It was something along the lines is entrepreneurship. You haven't actually had a business until you've been sued, until you've lost millions of dollars, and until you've made enemies. That's what she said. And honestly, bro, like you're not making enough noise if you don't have those things. I like whenever somebody tells me like, oh, I do nothing but good business. Ain't nothing ever bad ever happened to me. Well, yeah, it's because you have never gotten big enough. Anybody that goes big, they know what this is like.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos in the Amazon, right? Major problems with the business models. Mark Zuckerberg, right? Didn't he just recently get outed on the government for sharing information from the government across his platform? And then people were making alien memes about him. Think about it for a second. Elon Musk, one of his spaceships that he just spent, I believe, upwards to $300 million on, blew up in midair. Luckily, nobody was on board. But that's a massive failure, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, dude, the way I deal with adversity and also, like, people just hating on the internet, bro, you really can't speak on anything that I've done if you've never lost $13 million. If you've never lost that amount of money, you can't speak on me or anything that I've done. If you ain't in the gym like me, then you can't speak on my weight loss. You can't speak on anything that I've been able to accomplish. And unless you've lost 150 pounds, you don't know what that's like. You don't know what it's like to be overweight. You don't know what it's like to be fat. You don't know what it's like to go to the gym and not fit in machines. I used to go to the gym and not fit in machines. You can't speak on me if you aren't doing what I'm doing. And so, bro, you know what's crazy is when it comes to people on the internet, most of them that are hating and that are saying negative shit, they've never fucking accomplished what you've accomplished, bro. And that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro.
And so it's like
them.
any of the people, whoever, like, because when you deal with content, you're making so much content, you get negative.
Yeah.
You get negative
All the
feedback
time.
all the time.
All
And
the time.
some people will tell you that you're full of shit. Some people are going to believe in you. Some people are like skeptical. You
Yeah.
know, man, you just got to understand, bro. Like these people have nothing else better to do with their lives than be miserable and speak on things that they don't know a fucking thing about, bro.
Yeah.
And so, bro, like if you are going to allow the opinions of sheep to wave you away or draw you away from your fucking dreams and aspirations in life, you are always going to be a slave to people's opinions and you're never going to be free. And so, man, like for me, bro, like I'll fucking, I'm telling you, dude, like I'll show up. I'll fucking show up and I'll show out. And I'll shut every motherfucker up that has to say something bad about me with results. And that's how I've always been. If you ain't in the gym like me, you can't speak about me. If you ain't ever lost $13 million, you can't speak about me. If you ain't ever rebuilt a $15, $20 million company, you can't speak about me, bro. Like, and that's the thing, bro. In entrepreneurship, it's such a dark place, dude. It's such a dark place. It's going to challenge your mental health. It's going to challenge everything that you know about yourself. And it's going to push you to the brink of insanity, bro. You know, but you got to be ready. You got to be willing. You got to be mentally prepared. You got to be fucking so goddamn fucking fortitude in your mind. Like I'm talking like mental fortitude through the roof that nothing phases you, bro.
Yep.
You know, I hate it when people are like, well, I hope I'm gonna make $1 million. Bro, you're already putting a negative connotation on the outcome by just hoping.
Yeah.
Hoping's a fucking beggar, bro. If I'm gonna say that I'm gonna make $1 million, best believe that it's backed by faith.
Yep.
It's backed by faith. Hope runs through fire, afraid to get burned. Faith can walk through fire. And there's not a doubt in that motherfucker's mind when his faith is so goddamn high that those flames even touch him. And so, bro, like, you know, if you're going through hell and you're listening to this right now, keep fucking going, bro. It's necessary that you're going through this right now. It will teach you things that normal shit will never teach you. Be thankful for the hard times. People ask me this question all the time, JR. They ask me, Q, what would you go back in time and change about your journey? Not a goddamn fucking thing. You know what I would do? I would have loved and appreciated those hard times, bro. I would have loved them more. I would have grabbed them and held on to them longer because those things made me the person that I'm proud to be right now sitting in this chair.
Yeah. Well, it's always like that looking back. When you're going through it, it's a little different. But once you get these experiences and you get that little callus on your mind, on your heart, you see it a little different. Because like right now I go through things that there's no way I could have felt the way I do right now back in those days. I would have because I always go through shit because I'm always pushing myself to new levels. Right. And then speaking on the hate, because we all get a lot of hate. I'm sure you do. I get a lot of hate. People talk a lot of shit. It's actually a good sign for me.
It is.
When I start seeing this hate pop in, I'm like, I tell Nico, oh shit, this is about to blow. I promise. It's a great sign.
Yeah.
So if y'all haters watching this, Bring all your friends too. Make sure you pop and make my shit go viral. I love it.
Let's go.
I'm serious. It's like a green flag for me. I'm like, hell yeah, that shit's about to pop. But no, man, everything that you said, we just literally made a video that's dropping on, when's it dropping? Monday. Faith over fear, right? And bro, I get people all the time. They're like, because we have a lot of overhead as entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Y'all see this big ass office, this studio, all these people that work with me. I have different businesses, family members that are on payroll, and that's a lot of fucking overhead. And I have to succeed. There was a quote that I read the other day. I think maybe Andrew Tate said or something, but he says you'll never know the difference because there's two types of people. The ones that want to succeed and the people that have to succeed.
Yep.
And until you meet those two people, you will know the difference. Like, there ain't no fucking trying in me. I got my family that's counting on me.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't going to eat if I don't succeed. And people tell me, like, well, how do you sleep at night? How do you not get stressed? I'm like, bro, I got so much faith. I do not ever let fear or doubt creep into my mind. With 100% clarity, I know I'm going to succeed. I don't care how the fuck I'm going to do it, but it's going to work. And that's how you got to operate, right? Guys like us, like, I mean, we got a lot on our plate, right? And we're just getting started. I think like me and you are like baby entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing it like other people on the outside looking in might be like, damn, they're doing something. But to us, we're like, man, we're just like, we ain't doing shit. This is nothing. Like, because we look up to like, right?
Yeah.
Even bigger players.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at guys doing hundreds of millions. Like, I ain't doing shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, yeah, I just wanted to, like, get your mindset on that. But it's the same as mine.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you feel that way.
One of the things that you mentioned too, JR, you talked about going through it. I feel like as entrepreneurs, we grow through it. And that there's a big difference because a lot of people that are listening to this might be going through something, but what is it teaching you? You know, my buddy Carlos taught me this. He said, Carlos Reyes, love you, bro, if you're listening to this. He said this, right? He said, feel, deal, heal. I love that, bro. Because
Feel, deal, heal.
you get better at it, right? But when he taught me that concept, it used to take me like a whole day. So number one, when something impacts you negatively, we're all human at the end of the day. Devil gonna creep in regardless. We're not angelic yet. And so we can reach that vibration, but that's not gonna stop the devil from whispering. And so when that happens, we get the crown knocked off our head, right? And we're hit with something we never felt before. This is powerful. You feel it. If you suppress your emotions, then you're doing the exact opposite because an emotion is energy in motion. Now that can flow, which is it's supposed to, but for people who aren't emotionally intelligent, it bottles up. And then when one bad thing happens, they crash, bro. And that's when people fucking kill themselves, dude. And so like people who try to suppress what they feel, they never get a chance to fully process it. And so when something bad happens, take time to be in that emotion. It's all right to feel. Feel it for everything that it is. That's the moment right there. Let it pass through you. Because again, like, dude, with pain, even in the gym, it doesn't get any easier. You just get stronger. Now you felt it. This is as bad as it's going to get, but this is also as strong as you're ever going to be. It says this in the Bible, right? And this is Corinthians 2:7-18. It says, I boast in my weakness, for when I am weak, then I am strong. It's one of my favorite passages in the Bible. And so you feel it. Now you deal with it. What is this trying to teach me? How can I become a better person with this? Why did this happen to me? And what can I use in my arsenal of tools that I've been able to, like, in my skill sets that I've been able to accumulate throughout the years to take this now and pivot? How is this serving me? And how is it not serving me? Then you heal. You crumble that bitch up and you throw it away. And you move past it. That can happen in like 5 minutes.
What is it again?
Feel, deal, heal.
Feel it. Just like absorb it.
Absorb it for everything it is.
Deal with it.
Process
It.
Heal from it. Let it go.
And then just let it go.
Yep. Because
Carlos Reyes?
Carlos Reyes, yeah, good friend of mine.
Carlos.
Yeah, he's throwing an event, y'all, All in Freedom. My boy Wes Watson's going to be there. Prison Cat. Love this dude. I got Ed Milet. I believe he's going to be there too. If you guys have never seen him speak, that's somebody I look up to right there. If there's anybody who's a great father, I think Ed takes the fucking cake on that. So make sure you guys go and follow those guys too.
Shout out Carlos Reyes. He's one of my mentors too. He's taught me a lot. That's a bright dude right there. He's going places. Man, so I like mostly all this mindset stuff. This shit really intrigues me, right? Like how we deal with things. and because I know I'm not the only one trying to achieve something in life. Tell me about the content, bro. How did you get into the content creation, and why did you get into it?
At the beginning, bro, like, and I'm just being honest, I was just documenting my journey for me.
Yeah.
For me.
That's what I'm doing.
I didn't even know people were watching, bro. Like, I started to go live, and then I realized that 20, 40, 50, 100 people would jump on. Mm-hmm. And they would all want to just pick my brain on what I was doing. And I promise you guys, I didn't know shit about what the fuck I was doing. I was just winging that shit, you know? And so, man, like, if there's anything that I can tell you, that's how it started. The content started with me just documenting. Mm-hmm. And after a while, I realized that there was power in this, you know? Yeah. And so I really focused on building the brand. It was around 2019 that Carlos invited me to Phoenix, Arizona to speak on my first stage. It was about 1,000 people there. It was
that
the
was
first.
Your first time?
No, I had spoken on stages before, but this was the one that really...
The big one.
The big one, you know, because I had a 45-minute presentation. Uh-huh. And, man, like, I had practice, you know, and I got to give my buddy Daniel Chad Moore flowers with Propelio, because his events put me on the stage first, you know, and they really gave me that confidence that I needed to know that God blessed me with more than just what I could do for money. Mm-hmm. I know that he gave me a voice, and I can speak, bro. Like, I have a gift, you know, and it came from being ugly for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be real, dog. You know, guys like us that were heavy set, you know, when we were in school, we actually had to be good guys, you know? So we had to talk. We had to learn how to talk. And so, you know, if I could make a girl laugh, I could make her fall in love, man. So that was one of the things that I realized is that God blessed my voice before he blessed my hands, you know? And so I realized that in that moment, I was a great speaker, and Daniel really put me on multiple stages, and I was a repeated speaker for Propelio events. And after a while, that caught wind. I ended up speaking at a huge event in Houston for my friend Ross Alex, who's one of my first mentors. He has a company called Flipping on Fire, and I bought his course in 2013, and that was my introductory into the business before I joined a company here in town for mentorship. But yeah, you know, I got invited to Phoenix.
Wait,
and
you started in 2013?
Yeah, that's how long I've been doing this.
Damn, bro, with us 10 years ago?
Yes.
Shit, I didn't know you were in it that long.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, I remember seeing you on Facebook for the first time in maybe 2017, because that's when I got into it, 2017.
I started recording.
Like, on this throne.
Yeah.
You had this like picture on a throne.
The bandit signs?
Huh?
The bandit sign throne? Yeah. That was
like,
dope.
Who is this guy? He looked like a rocker, but he's in real estate. I was like...
Well, back then, bro, nobody was building a brand out of it. You know, like no one was talking about it. I think Clever Investor and Sean Terry were.
Like Maxwell.
Yeah, not even Max yet. Max didn't start putting out content until like 2015. And so when I saw what he was doing, I remember he created a Facebook group. It was called Wholesaling Houses Elite. And it's mainly because we all started getting kicked out of wholesaling houses full time, because that was the main Facebook group. It was ran by a guy named Alex Youngblood. Well, no, we were all building a brand on it, you know? So I was posting my YouTube video links in there. And, you know, after a while, I got kicked out. I mean, it had 120,000 people, bro. It was easy for me to build a brand in that. I'd post my checks, post my stories, tell everybody, get everybody motivated. People started following me, bro. And so, you know, that's when it started to grow. So 2015, I started going live, talking about what I was doing. By the time it was 2019, 4 years into that, 2018, I started creating my YouTube videos, my YouTube content, my Instagram blew up. I got it to 40,000 followers organically. And then Carlos invited me at my first stage, and I spoke on that stage, hungover on shrooms, drunk as fucking high off my ass on Phoenix, Arizona weed, bro. I shit you not. The spirits were in me. I spoke on that stage. I made everybody laugh. I made everybody cry. I made everybody have a breakthrough. It was beautiful. Till this day, and I can call Carlos right now, and I can literally you know, I'm gonna call him real quick, well, because this is awesome. I just got to talk about this, bro, because that's my boy. Right, yeah, bro, it's my boy. All right, fuck it, why not? Bro, I love Carlos, man. I mean, he'll answer my call every time, most of the time, and that or I'm about to be embarrassed. And I just want to make sure that I have this, bro. Oh, he's busy.
Edit.
It's all good.
Edit. No, that's dope, though.
But yeah, dude, he told me that I was the best speaker at his first event, dude.
Hell yeah.
And Sean Terry was on that lineup. And mind you, that guy's a phenomenal speaker. I love you, Sean Terry, if you're watching this.
And this is for me personally. What are some tips you can give for being... What the fuck is that? Is that me? Oh, my bad.
No, you good. You good.
Edit. You got the edit on that timestamp?
Here.
You're see it. All right. So actually, this is a question for me.
Okay.
What are some tips that you can give me to become a better speaker? A great speaker, because you do speak. You have good stories and stuff. Is there like something you follow? Or you just like freestyle? Like what do you do?
If there's one thing I can tell you, bro, this is something that I learned from Carlos too. Mm-hmm. He always tells me, get in your heart. Get out of your head and get in your heart. Mm. That's what you need to do when you start speaking. Mm-hmm. If you can do that, then it'll flow. It'll flow naturally. Yeah. And so like, man, for me, dude, like that's all I practice. If I stay too much in my head, there's too much going on in there. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm on this podcast right now, like I'm speaking from experience, speaking from my heart, man. Mm-hmm. And that helps me tremendously with just staying fluent, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, just if you stay in your mind, you're going to have too many mind. And then that's going to cloud what the next thing that it is that you're going to say. Yeah. And so when you just allow to flow from your heart freely and you just speak on what you believe in and what you stand on, it resonates with people, man.
So kind of what do you have, like you come up with a topic and then you just kind of go off that, or like what?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty fortunate, bro, to run my own podcast. That really helped me out a lot. Like as far as getting better at speaking and shit, like a podcast is going to be one of the best things you can do.
Bro, really?
If you don't have a podcast, then just go live on your Facebook and give game, or go live on Instagram and give game.
Bro, that's a bar. Like this shit has helped me with just communication skills in general. Just like a dinner meeting.
Yep.
Like a date.
Dude, it is. And you don't need all this equipment. Like JR is, I mean, we take what we do seriously, you know? Right. So we want to give you guys that value, especially because we're content creators at the end of the day. And we're also people who want to impact other people. So if you're watching this, I hope that you're getting motivated out of it, you know? But for me, man, like, if I didn't have all of this when I started, I didn't have a fucking giant ass studio with a fucking whole team that makes all of my content and produces all of my shit. Like, none of that existed at the beginning. Mm-hmm. All it was me and my cell phone and going live on Facebook and IG. Mm. So, bro, if you want to get better at speaking, use what you got. Because God already gave you the tools, bro. He didn't give me anything different. I just used what was given to me. Mm-hmm. So if you got a cell phone in your hands, bro, you have everything that you need right now to start making content. Just fucking go live, bro. Who cares who's watching? Document. Who cares who's watching?
It's all awkward when it's just like you and that other guy. You know?
Dude, if I were to show you my first video, bro, you will be so like blown away by how different I sounded. Yeah. I'm walking in front of a house. I'm like, hey guys, what's up, everybody? I'm standing in front of this 3241. It's not my house, but might be. LOL. It's empty. We broke into it, and I'm looking for the owner. I think we're gonna skip trace them, and this might be my first deal. This real estate's my bread and butter. That's what I sounded like at the beginning, dude. And now I have like this giant wave of confidence that's there. It's just like astronomical compared to who I used to be. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad that I, speaking on so many stages and then being on so many podcasts, it really brought me out of the shell. So I think anybody here who's really trying to get their content game going and be better speakers, just go live, bro. Go live and see what happens.
Just put yourself out there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, people I grew up with, they watch my videos and they're like, "Who are you, bro? Like, that was not you when I knew you." They're like, "You're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?" You know what I mean? It's kind of funny,
dude. If I look at your first podcast, your very first one, you were nervous, dude.
Fuck yeah, bro. I was nervous.
It's crazy to see.
I don't get nervous no more.
Yeah, this is so natural. Like, you are like dude, like light years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So like, what was I gonna say? I was gonna so Q's tip, I'm gonna give you another little tip because I do things a little different. So like, his was like, he just started with his camera. I had a videographer from day one, but that's just a different person.
That's an expensive approach, just FYI.
No, but I invested. I take this serious as an investment. Like, okay, for the viewers too, because a lot of people want to make content. What are some tips you can give them to create good content?
Dude, I mean, honestly, there's so many AI tools that you can use that can edit videos, you know? Mm-hmm. And so what I would do, bro, is I would go live on IG and then put a camera on me. And then I'd do a quick Q&A. And then people would ask me questions, I'll answer them. Mm-hmm. And me answering them is going to create content. Mm-hmm. And so I'll take that video, I'll pop it into an AI software that'll cut it into short form clips and caption it for me. And then I'll just start dropping those videos, bro. And that's what I'll do, you know?
That's what you would do?
Yeah. And I think that that's a very good way to get going as far as like getting content wrapped up and like dropping content quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, if not, man, then just start where you're at. Use TikTok, use CapCut, download editing apps like PixArt, InShot, Real Repost as well. So you can take other people's content and repost it for yourself. I've done that. You know, so like I'll find videos that I see that perform well on Facebook and I'll rip them from the platform and repost them to see how they do on IG. Like legit. And this is just something that I just recently happened for me. And I jumped from 140,000. I got 12,000 followers within the last 30 days, all organic.
On where?
On Instagram. And I have in my Ultimate Mastermind channel, I have 420 members. And so those are people that get messaged by me every day. So I post motivational quotes in there and things that I feel that I can speak from my mind. Within the last, I'll go ahead and I'll go back. I mean, let's go back just 90 days because this is crazy. We're going to go back. Let's see. 90 days. Insights here. Okay. Accounts reached. Last 30 days, we're going to do last 90 days update. I've reached 20 million people. 20,810,838 accounts reached.
On Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah. Check it out. I'll show you.
Holy shit.
That's all organic, y'all. I don't pay for followers. I don't pay for views. I don't pay for none of that shit. I do my shit straight organic, fam.
He ain't lying.
I'm just being honest. And so, bro, like with that amount of exposure and the amount of people, look, I said I got 21,000 followers, all organic within the last 30 days. That's just from posting content, you know? So like I'll find videos that other people post. I'll repost them on mine to gain traction. And then I'll post a bunch of my personal brand stuff. So my own reels, my own experiences, my own clips from my own podcast, you know? So, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. It's a numbers game at the beginning. Yeah. At the beginning, you're just going to have to fucking post. And don't care if you sound stupid either. Just do it.
Do you think that in order to post, you should be an expert?
Not at all. Nope. No? Nope. I know fucking idiots that have brands, bro.
Facts.
Like legit. Like look at Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn, right? This dude talks about muskrats and beavers, and he talks about hitting bongs and poking chicks in the butt, and it's just like random shit, bro.
I have no idea what you're
bro,
talking
Theo
about.
Vaughn just talks about random shit, dude. He's like, one time when I was in band camp and I saw a muskrat, so I grabbed that muskrat and I wiped my ass with it. And that'll be a video, bro. And that shit'll have like 100 million views. Theo Vaughn ain't no expert at nothing other than making people laugh, bro. This is the reality. If you want to build a brand, you want to get people to be involved with your content, dig into their emotions. Talk about things that people care about and watch your brand blow up, even if it's just an opinion. Yeah. You know, I have a friend that I mean, think about it, my buddy Anthony, right? And if I go to his page, it's all weight loss, bro. And my dude Anthony is one of the most influential guys I've ever met. All of his videos perform at over 400,000 views per video. Damn. I have another guy who is what's called a Fitspo influencer. Who knows about that? I doubt any of you guys do. His Instagram is called Leave Your Mark. And so like my dude, what he'll do is he'll just make crazy professional quotes, and that's what he'll do. Like he'll just throw it out there and it'll sound like this.
Now, nobody goes to sleep thinking about the problems that you told them that day. Nobody wakes up in the morning and the first thing that's on their mind is
like
you and your
like,
difficult
you know
life that you're
That's him. He's going to be on my podcast.
the challenges.
Now check this out.
If I go that inspirational shit.
Yeah, if I go to his page, people will use his sound for videos. And they'll make their own like fitness videos out of it. What? And so, bro, like a lot of his vocals are on inspirational clips that people make short form content out of. Yo, and that's a whole wave. And his mentor is Les Brown. So he wants to be a speaker like Les Brown.
Let me do one real quick.
Right?
Nobody gives a fuck about you. Keep going.
Right.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Push harder.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yo, that was good. It's literally like that. It could be like I'll do one too, bro. I'll do one too. Hold on. I got this. Don't get out hustled by a baby.
What? You gotta keep going.
If a baby can shit today, you can make $1 million.
Or that one. Have you ever seen a crackhead not have money for crack? You letting a crackhead out hustle you? Get down to the block.
Right.
Go to the fucking corner if you have to. You got a crackhead hustling you, boy.
It's literally like that, bro. Yeah. So that's what you call Fitspo, and that's another way that you can go viral.
I'm not being serious about that.
No, yeah. I mean, it's funny though. Like, but people be making videos like that, bro. It's hilarious.
So, like, okay, as a content creator, so like the way I kind of do it is I just I document the journey. Yeah. Right. Of like what we really do. We do real estate investing. Mm-hmm. We just document it. So like, there's other kind of there's that. What do you even call that?
Bro, I mean, that's just straight lifestyle entrepreneurship. Is what we do. Yeah.
And then there's like evergreen videos where you're just in front of a mic and speaking your thoughts.
Yep.
There's
Which are my
podcasts.
favorites. It's my favorites.
Those are your favorites, right?
Yeah.
I've seen yours do well. And then there's podcasts.
Yep. Podcast videos.
What else is there?
I think ones that I like a lot too are just like funny ass short form clips of like memes. Like those do well. I got a video of a guy in a crocodile suit, and he was just on the ground like. And then there's a real crocodile next to him, right?
Oh, shit.
And then he gets up and starts walking toward the crocodile, and the crocodile fucking freaks out and runs away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. It's shit like that. And I also shared a video of like something inspirational, right? So there was like this little Asian kid, and he was trying to do like a backflip, and he kept on failing. And so his dad was there, and his dad was fucking, you got this, son. Believe it. And he tells his son, like, close your eyes, envision it. You're great. You're powerful. You're amazing. You can do 100 backflips. You're going to be the best backflipper in the world. Believe it. See it. Visualize it. It's real. And then the kid does it, and everybody starts clapping.
Oh, that's dope.
It's a beautiful moment, you know? So I take clips like that, too, and I repost those because those are inspirational, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, like my content's a mixture of memes, entrepreneurship, and me speaking my mind, you know? And so think about what resonates with you if you're listening to this, and think about what you're passionate about, you know? Like if you're playing video games, bro, then go all in on that. As long as you have an opinion, you have content, you know? And so you can talk about anything. I think a lot of people, they just get analysis paralysis on it. Like, bro, I didn't know what the fuck I was going to talk about at the beginning. I didn't care for real estate to talk about it, but I did, and people loved it, and I had an opinion on it. I had strong ones too. I used to say like so many controversial things about real estate, you know, and people love it.
That's Grant Cardone. He just says some controversial shit.
Yeah.
And it pops.
And it's always something business related too. Like it's not crazy, but it is very controversial and somewhat business related.
Well, shit. What are we at?
We have 1 minute left.
We have 1 minute left. You want to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, because that's an hour anyway. All right. Well, guys, we dropped bars on like a bunch of. This was actually like a mindset podcast.
Yeah, it was
right?
dope.
We didn't even talk about real estate.
Really at all.
That's good though, because I get bored of fucking real estate.
Same, bro. Same.
So I hope, and I know that y'all got some bars from this, and y'all got some value. We even went over content creation. We went we went over a bunch of different stuff. So guys, like, do me a favor. If you got some value, make sure you drop a comment. You like it. You share with your friends so we can spread this podcast and continue to grow it. Q, where can they find you, man, if they want to reach out to you?
Real Quentin Flores across all platforms, man. I'd love to talk to you. If you need some help with anything, you just give me a holler, man.
There you go. You got any last minute words for the audience?
Yeah, guys, you know, you can do anything you put your mind to, man. Like, truthfully, bro, this is a playground. It's for everybody, you know? And don't think that I'm anybody special, bro. Like, I know that God gave me some gifts, but I just knew how to channel them. So God gave you the same thing he gave me. You have your own gifts. Don't sleep on what God gave you. Use it to its fullest potential and see where you go.
Love it, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If y'all watched all the way to this part right here at the end, I really, really appreciate it. Y'all are my true fans, my true day ones, and I'm going to continue pumping out this content for y'all. All right, guys, so make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay clutch.